In this video I will do my best to repair Samsung Galaxy S3 Mini. This is the one. It has a cracked display, if you can see, but the outside part of it is uncracked and it's in working order. So I bought this one online, which looks a lot worse, but the guy selling it was assuring that the display part is working. So I will keep the touch part, the protection glass on top from this one, and the display from this one. I'm sure it will be pretty hard to do this, and I'm not quite sure if I will be able to do it, but from what I thought at the moment, it was not worth buying a completely good display with everything, so I make my work easier. So I will try to disassemble everything and see what I can do. As you can see, I'm making slow progress. I've taken a little bit of this broken glass off. Tons of shards everywhere. It's harder to take off than I imagined, because it has on the underside some kind of gel that attaches it to the screen and makes sure that there is no air between the glass and the actual display, so it's a little bit sturdier and looks a little bit better, but yeah, it makes a mess taking it off when it's in little pieces like this, but what can I do? I will continue. I've made some more progress, but I still have a lot of work to do. The shards are really small in this area, as you can see, and it's tons and tons of patience and work. I really hope this will function correctly, because if it will not, then a lot of hard work in vain was made here today. I've tried using this kind of tape, really strong tape, to put it on this and then lift it off, but nope, no way, not working. So with this little tool I keep prying bits off. Sadly, I don't have my stand for the camera around here to show you how it's going, but yeah, really hard. Here you can see what I'm talking about. All the glass is held in place with some kind of gel, and that gel, one moment, I move this, maybe it falls down. That gel always wants to stick back to the screen. So yeah, it kind of sucks. It is done. I just have to clean it now. Lots of shards everywhere. Clean my workspace, test this, open up the phone, test it, and if everything works, clean it and put everything back together. Because if something doesn't work correctly on this display, I don't want to waste my time cleaning it. I could have tested even before taking the glass off, but yeah, it's a little bit late for that now, isn't it? So We'll see how everything goes, and I hope I was lucky enough so this works. This is where I'm at this moment. The original one. I still have to take this glass intact from it and put it on this one after I clean it and test it. So I hope everything will be okay, and I will continue. Of course I need to take lots of parts from this one and move it to this one, because you can see I don't have a card reader here, plastic for the mic, some insulator here, vibrator, lots of things are missing from the one that I got online. It's basically just a display, but not a problem. If the display is working correctly and I can remove this glass in one piece, all the others are just little things. So I will continue. I was trying to test the new display, but sadly, as you can see, the battery doesn't have a charge anymore. I left it uncharged for too long, so now I have to jumpstart it. I've done something like this years ago on older phones, and it's something that happens to lithium-ion batteries when they are left uncharged for too long. I have to give it 5 volts, or maybe probably 3.7 volts or 3.8, but I will give it 5 volts from an USB for a very short time, just to get a little bit of charge in the battery, so then I can put it in the phone to continue charging, because like this the phone will not charge it. Okay, just charge it for a few seconds. Let me show you. We have 3 volts. Clearly not enough yet, but I will put it to charge now in the phone. When jump starting the battery from a USB port like this, you will let it just for about 10 seconds. This is a cheap USB wire. It does not have data cables in it, just power, so you put the negative on the negative and the positive on the positive, and you keep it like this for about 10 seconds. Then you take the battery and put it in your phone, and clearly the phone has almost no chance of starting with this charge, but it will allow it to start charging the battery, because now it sees that it has a battery inside. Before it was treating it like there is no battery there, because it did not have any charge in it. So be careful not to short circuit this, and not to connect to the other connections, just to the plus and minus. If you don't have a battery that has labels like this one, you have to search online which are your connections, so you don't damage it. Just a curiosity, I don't know if you can see, now this battery is concave. Most of the batteries that I've seen are a little bit convex or flat. This one is concave, and I'm wondering if this is due to the complete discharge, and I will keep a very close eye on it while charging, and see if it comes back to its normal shape when it's fully charged. And of course, be very careful when charging this kind of batteries that were left to discharge completely, because there is a chance that they will heat up too much and cause damage, burn up, explode. So yeah, take very much care when charging them, at least for the first few times. And this is what I will do with this one. I have started taking off the glass from the bed display, heating it up with a very powerful hair dryer, so it's almost impossible to keep my finger without getting burned. because I don't care about other things in here. I don't care if they get hot because I only need the glass. So I heat up as much as I can so I don't damage it. Sorry. And put a knife. You can see here it has, sorry, it has lifted up a bit. I will go around, put another knife, or probably use the correct tool for the job, but sadly I found out that this is very low quality plastic and it will bend, and I don't have a better one. Maybe I will file down a old card or something. Well, I did it. This is what's left of the original display. You can see it's badly cracked. Actually, I think I will use this, although I was not careful not to damage anything, but it seems I did not, so I will put the white button. Only this, instead of grey, will be a bluish tint, but that's no problem. The edge, I mean. And this is the glass, and is stuck to it is the digitizer. And the digitizer is good in the other screen that I bought, it's perfect, so I will also scrape this, but very careful not to damage the gel underneath. And remove this sticky tape and put it on the other phone after I, the other display after I cleaned. Now the battery is charging. It did not return to its original shape while charging. It's still concave, so probably it was built like that for some reason that I don't know. Don't really care, it's not heating up, so everything works perfectly. I will leave it to charge until full, and yeah, continue work. And hopefully everything will be okay, but until now everything has worked as I would have hoped. I've cleaned up the display as much as I could, moved the double-sided sticky tape from the old display to the new one, and all I can say about this is that heat is absolutely your friend in this case. The more you heat it, the easier it will be to unstick it from the original one and stick it back to this. I've cut it at the corners, so I put it in 4 different pieces. One single piece was too hard to put. I didn't even try it. I cut it and put it like this because it does not affect me at all that it's in 4 pieces. And now all that remains is to remove this cracked digitizer and put the screen on top of the glass on top of the new display. There are some scratches on this display because it was hard to take off the original cracked glass, so sadly I've made some scratches. This is not Gorilla Glass, so it's just regular glass on the display, so it clearly scratched, but a very small price to pay considering the low price that I paid actually on eBay for this display. It was extremely cheap for, I don't know, 10% of what a new one would have been, almost, or 20 maximum. But now I will see how easy I can take this off without removing or destroying the gel, because if I destroy that gel I have no idea how nice will this display look. So wish me luck. This is what the digitizer looks like removed from the glass. Didn't play nicely. You can see lots of tiny glass shards. I will clean the place a little bit and throw this away and continue my work. Well, it's finished. Everything worked about 99% like I wanted it to. So I'm pretty happy. It's extremely hard to get the gel to stick perfectly to the display. I have a little problem, you can see in this corner, and some air bubbles from place to place. You can think about it like putting a protection on your screen, a foil protection, but about 10 times harder, 100 times harder, because it's absolutely impossible to get these bubbles out. So you start from one corner and slowly go all the way, but no, where they form you can do nothing about it. And in this corner I was very careful not to have something higher, or I don't know, to make it not stick, but it still doesn't want to stick there. So it's not something that I can fix. Maybe because the chassis, or how you say, it's different. It's a little bit bent in that corner. It has some bends all around, so it has been dropped at a point in time, but well, what can I say? That's it. The important thing is that it's looking very well. It's an original screen at an extremely low price. Key is working. Light. Volume working. So, yeah. I got this phone for free from a friend that wanted to throw it away, because everybody was giving him extremely big prices to fix the display, and the new display was expensive as well. So I got the cracked one at an extremely low price and took my chances, and it seems that it paid off. It's not absolutely perfect, but it's good. I'm really satisfied with what I got. Really satisfied. So, thanks for watching, guys. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments, and see you in the next one. Well, it's not the next one, but I've just wanted to show you the state of this display after about a month and a half, because something pretty nice happened meanwhile. You can see that almost all the air bubbles disappeared by themselves. Only a few remain in this corner and a small one in this corner, but I'm not even sure you can see it. Maybe there in the middle. But yeah, pretty much it's perfect now. And these ones, from what I see, are going away slowly also. So it seems that it's harder to put on a glass than a foil on the phone, but this glass has a way of taking care of the bubbles by itself. Now I'm not sure that this will happen to any type of a phone with gel on the underside of the glass, but on my S3 Mini it happened by itself. So the phone is working 100% perfectly, looking good, and almost bubble free. So I'm thinking this is a win. So this time for real. See you in the next one, and thanks for watching.